Hey guys, what's going on? It's a very disappointing day after we got swept in the ALCS, but I don't want to focus too much about that. I want us to focus on now and what needs to happen now. And that is to fire Brian Cashman and clear out the front office. We need all new blood here. Poach executives from other teams, bring in guys with new ideas because the old ways aren't working. We got to find new ways. IKF, whoever's idea was to stick with him all year, they got to be fired. Cashman, Boone, all the analytics guys, they got to go. I mean, you got a young guy with Peraza who comes along, and you don't play him hardly at all because you want to stay by Peraza. IKF is insane. IKF made $5 million this year. He's going to make, probably a little bit more than that next year. And he shouldn't be on this team. There's no way you should be committing $5 million to a player like that when you have young guys who make the league minimum and they do everything better than IKF. Absolutely everything. It's really insane. And, the biggest problem is at the top with the front office. It's not Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone's a horrible manager, but he can't be the fall guy. I need Cashman out of here and his cronies in the front office out of here. Hal Steinbrenner, you got to wake up, man. You got to wake up. Your father's rolling over in his grave watching this. And the way you're destroying this franchise with this corporate attitude and just, not caring at all. Letting idiots run this team. What are you doing, man? I don't understand. I don't get it. How are you this clueless? This guy's spending $250 million of your money every year not getting you a championship. We haven't been in a World Series since 2009. 2009, we got there because of the core four, the core guys from Stick Michael and then big free agent signings. Alex Rodriguez, he was signed by your brother, Hank Steinbrenner, because you didn't want A-Rod here. You were fine letting him go. Hank Steinbrenner negotiated and said, nah, we got to keep you in pinstripes. You're going to help us win a championship. What did he do the next year? He won a championship with the Yankees. Now, that was the George Steinbrenner type move. They went and signed CC Sabathia, AJ Burnett, Mark Teixeira. They traded for Swisher. They did a lot of big money moves to get that championship, along with having Jeter, Rivera, Posada, Pettit, all still in the mix on that team. I'm sure there were other guys too, but those four for sure were there. And big parts of that team. None of Cashman guys were on that team. They weren't Cashman players. Well, I'll give him Matsui. I can't say that none of them were Cashman. He did sign some of the big free agents, Damon, Matsui, but as far as developing players, they weren't really there. They had like bullpen arms like Phil Hughes, who helped, and he traded for Marte. I'm not gonna say he didn't do anything, but like the big bulk of that team were big signings that were George Steinbrenner type moves. Hank Steinbrenner bringing A-Rod back. It was your brother, not you, Hal. You had nothing to do with it. Nothing. And your idiotic, analytic type love of Moneyball type shit did nothing. And you're not even doing Moneyball right when you got a $250 million payroll and you're just fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. This team is embarrassing. Everybody's been laughing at this team for years now. My friends who are fans of other teams, they've been clowning us for years because we don't win shit. Boston Red Sox, Astros, way more success than us in the last 10 years. Tampa Bay Rays have been to a World Series, but we haven't. Who gives a fuck about winning the division or being in the ALDS, ALCS? If you ain't in the World Series, if you're not winning World Series, that don't mean shit. You guys need to listen to Jeter. What does it mean if you got into the World Series? We lost. What does it matter if you got into the ALCS? You got swept. Fucking unbelievable, dude. And Hal Steinbrenner, I really hope you wake up. I really hope you wake up and get rid of Cashman in this front office, man. Cashman is the guy who signed Jacoby Ellsbury, 7-year deal for what, $170 million, $155 million? It's a lot of money for nothing. A lot of money, you got nothing out of him. He went and got Donaldson because, hey, it's a short contract. It's not going to kill us, right? Not going to kill you. Of course that money's going to hurt you bad. I mean, Josh Donaldson's owed $29 million next year. It's like 23 for the AAV type shit for as far as, your team's payroll when they factor in the luxury tax type shit. But Hal is going to have to pay Donaldson $29 million next year. Unless if he gets somebody to take some of that money and trades him. That is horrible. How are you letting this guy do this? He brings in Josh Donaldson and IKF. He trades away Gio Urshela and Sanchez. And of course, we needed to get rid of Sanchez, but we didn't even need to sign Sanchez. He could have been non-tendered and just not signed. Cashman decided to sign and trade him and did the worst trade possible by, sticking him with Urshela and getting two worse players that hurt us tremendously this year. IKF and Donaldson hurt us tremendously. They didn't help at all. At all. And you had Peraza come up. You didn't play him because you believe in the analytics, believe in IKF, even though you watched him for the whole season be terrible. What are you watching? What are you listening to? These analytic guys, they got to go. They're not doing it right. No one else gave a fuck about IKF. The Texas Rangers, Minnesota Twins, no other team was that pressed to get IKF. They all knew he was fucking trash. He ain't fucking World Series. He ain't a champion. But the Yankees, they fucking fell in love with IKF. Oh, we need IKF. They were chasing him down when he was in Texas. Then he gets traded to the Twins. They chase him down. Oh, no, please, give him to us. Fucking terrible. And how much was Cashman getting clowned on that trade after they traded for him and the Twins just signed Correa with the money that they took because of Donaldson? Fucking clown, man. You got fucking clowned. Cashman looked like a fool against the Minnesota Twins GM. Everybody was saying they're fucking laughing at you for this move. They were right. Everybody was right. Cashman, what the fuck are you doing? Fucking terrible job. So, we got a good amount of money coming off this payroll, too. A good chunk of money with guys who were zeros, too. Like, Chapman, Britton. Like, for this year, they did nothing. Chad Green. That's like 17, 13, 4. $34 million right there with those three players. IKF needs to go. $5 million off the books. Gleyber Torres, I think that's $6 or $7 million. They got to trade him out of here. They got infielders coming around. Peraza, Volpe, Cabrera. They still got DJ under contract. Who knows what's going to happen with Rizzo. If Rizzo opts out, see you later. I would try to bring back Matt Carpenter, maybe. Play him at first base. Or, you got DJ LeMahieu for third base, second base, first base, wherever you want to play him. And there's just a lot of money coming off the books, though. But they're going to have to reinvest it in the team, absolutely. If they don't end up signing Judge, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to need a lot. And who knows what their plans are with Volpe right now for 2023 season, whether they're going to try to manipulate his service time. He needs to be on the opening day roster. He has proved that he's ready for the major leagues. He dominated Double-A. He got moved to Triple-A and dominated. He should have been added to the roster September 1st and should have been playing with the team in the playoffs rather than IKF and Donaldson. Those two were pathetic. Volpe's he has nothing more to prove at the minor league level. The way you develop guys is you keep having them face better competition. There's nothing more for him to face. Everybody says that the best competition in the minor leagues is usually in Double-A. That's where you face like the top prospects. Before they're moved up, a lot of teams call up their top prospects right from Double-A. They don't waste them a full year at Double-A, full year at Triple-A like the Yankees do, who they have no idea how to develop players. They have very little success with it so far. And you got to have Volpe facing the top guys, the Verlanders, the top pitchers. That's how you get better. That's how you develop players. They don't just come to the major leagues and they're just like winning an MVP right away. It takes, the rookie year, there's some struggles, and you develop. That's why Aaron Judge just had his career year at 31 years old after being in his sixth year in the majors. That's how shit works. They're not usually having career year their rookie year. There's a little bit of development that still goes with figuring out shit at the major league level and facing the top players in the world. Not fucking sitting in AAA. Enough of that bullshit. Peraza should have been starting. They're absolutely ruining him. Calling him up and not playing him. Hal, you gotta wake up, man. Cashman is not it. It's so bad. You have Giancarlo Stanton. I really like Stanton because of just the way he's handled the media, the fans. He's been really great, but he just can't stay healthy. And that was a problem with him with the Marlins. He couldn't stay healthy. With the amount of money and the amount of years that were owed to him still, taking on that contract was really horrible. Especially when you had Machado and Harper coming to be free agents the year after, and both of them being much better fits for the Yankees. You got left-handed hitting Harper, who could play left field for us. Maybe not the best outfielder, but he could play left field for us. Good speed and everything. Instead, they trade for a right fielder, Stanton, who can't move that well, and you already have a right fielder in Judge, so he becomes like a full-time DH. How bad is that? How bad is that? So then you make no play for Harper, no play for Machado, who were just... Harper, generational talent. I couldn't imagine him being with the Yankees. Oh my God. And his deal is so good. He gets paid like $26 million a year. Just so bad. He has done such a terrible job. What are we still doing? What are we still doing? I really hope that I hear that Hal did the right thing. Got rid of these guys. The front office, the analytics guys. They need all new guys around. And Boone needs to go as well, because his managing is fucking horrible. He's a Cashman yes man, Cashman puppet that doesn't fight back at all. Obviously not enough. And really, he's just like the buddy manager. He gets too close to these guys. Doesn't want to give them a reality check or, be honest with them. He's telling them they have great at-bats when they're striking out like 75% of the time in the playoffs. They gotta go. Hitting coach gotta go. They promoted the guy from within the organization. Obviously, you need guys from outside the organization, because your organization shit is terrible. Fuck out of here. Really, I don't know what more to say, because really, it's about changing the front office, and that's step one of this offseason now. That's the first thing that needs to be addressed, the front office. Please, Hal. Please, we're begging you. Fucking fans are going to buy the merchandise. They're going to buy the tickets without Cashman and that front office team you got. They're going to be going to the games, man. Your fucking bottom line's not going to get hurt. It's probably going to get better because you're going to have better people building the team that doesn't need $250 million paying guys like IKF, Donaldson, Hicks, Chapman, all this garbage money that he's spending, man. Please wake up, Hal. Please. And, that's really where we're at. And then we could get to the free agent signings, trades to do. But first what has to happen is the front office gone, cleared out, and Boone gone as well. I don't want to see Boone be the fall guy, but you know what? Yeah, because it's just another Cashman yes man. Boone really didn't have a decision between benching IKF and playing Peraza. I don't think. I think that's something that he's told, and they're saying, look, this is our team. This is what we believe. This is why we got this player. You've got to really trust us and do what we say, basically. And who is he? He's like the bottom of the management, so he just listens to them. He still did a terrible job managing. The back-to-back Holmes days, can't pitch Holmes back-to-back. Punting game one. Don't use these guys unless it's an emergency or whatever. It's game one of the ALCS and you're punting the game away. That is stuff from Cashman that's telling Boone that don't use Holmes back-to-back days and that bullshit. And then the last game of the year, Holmes is pitching 3 innings. Oh my fucking god, dude, this team is such an embarrassment, such a fucking joke. We can't do this anymore. We can't do this anymore. Please, please, Hal, do what's right. Please grab a pair of balls, man. So we'll see what's going to happen with this offseason, but that's the first news we got to hear, man. Let me know what your thoughts are below. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. That's all I got to say. I really had to put this video out because I just got to speak this stuff into the universe. We can't be quiet about this shit. We got to be loud about this shit. Getting to the ALCS and getting swept isn't getting the job done. That's a failure. An absolute failure and embarrassing. Benintendi, he wasn't going to help that much. I'm sorry. You look at the kind of year he was having with the Yankees, he wasn't doing much. So I don't want to hear that excuses of injuries. Every team deals with injuries. DJ LeMahieu, he hasn't been the same for like 2 years. He was a non-factor in the playoffs last year, couldn't even play. Benintendi, like I said, he didn't play all that well for us. He had his moments, but chill out with the injury excuses. These guys didn't get the job done, and a lot of it had to do with having IKF and Donaldson on the field, 2 of Cashman's guys. And you could even look at Montas as well, giving up a solo home run in the first batter he faces in the ALCS. Why is he on the team? Why is he added to that roster? Hicks being on the roster, all to do with money, basically. Horrible. Terribly managed, terribly ran organization. Hal, time to wake up, man. See you guys on the next one.